All right, guys, I am excited to film another episode of Against the Ropes. Man, I think we have a great treat today. We have a great team right here. I'm gonna have to pass it on to I want to say the leader of this team. You know, and you guys can start the introductions, man. I was gonna say Coach Gloria, but you're handing it off to your right hand man over there.
All right. My name is Andy Aguilar. I'm the strength and conditioning coach for this team. Pretty much been with Gloria for a very, very long time, and definitely seen her success. And yeah, looking forward to really see what the future holds, especially with this team.
Tu introducción, papá.
Mi nombre es Carlos Buitrago, mejor conocido en el mundo del boxeo como Chocorroncito Buitrago. Soy de Nicaragua, tengo 28 años de edad y 7 veces ex retadora a la corona del mundo.
Hi, my name is Gloria. They call me Coach G. I'm the head boxing trainer for the team. I work here with Andy, been with him for a very long time, him and Mark. And we're excited to build champions, world champions, contenders with high-level amateurs. We're looking forward to see what we do in this gym, this new gym.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es José Alvarado, me apodan El Karma, 24 años de edad. Soy de la ciudad de Ensenada, México, y pues ahora radico aquí en Los Ángeles.
And last but not least.
What's up, y'all? It's Kid Kansas. My name is Garcia. I'm 19 years old, 6-0, 5 KOs as a pro right now. I'm very happy we're in a new gym, as you guys can see, and I'm just excited to be on another Against the Ropes podcast. So thank you guys.
Hey, there we go, man. So I gotta tell you guys, and I'll do this in English, I'll do it in Spanish to translate. But of course, you guys are individuals. You carry the individual name. But I want to ask you guys, as you can see, we are all rocking the Young Champions, all gas, no break shirts. I want to ask, and anybody could take this question, what does it mean to rock this shirt? What is the pressure, or what is the, what is the expectation of being a part of this team?
So, for me, it's like pretty much, we carry we all represent the team, we carry it on our backs and all the logos, it's Young Champions, it's all gas, no breaks, it's Andy's, you know what I mean? And it just kind of shows like where we coming from, but it ain't about where you, like I said before, it ain't about where you from, but it's about how you come, you know. And so whenever people see these logos, they know how we coming, and we coming hard.
Yeah. La misma pregunta, José, ¿qué significa para ti este equipo, este nombre?
La verdad que es algo que tenemos un peso en la espalda, lo sabemos todos los que representamos el gimnasio, porque no estamos cualquier peleadores aquí, somos peleadores duros, peleadores que no, a donde vayamos ponemos el nombre en alto del gimnasio, entonces no puedes decaer un día porque todo está sobre ti. Entonces para mí en lo personal es algo motivador hacia mí todos los días, levantarme, entrenar duro, en las peleas representar siempre el gimnasio, Los Ángeles, y más que nada por Coach Andy, Coach Gloria, Coach Mark, que ellos ponen el 100% de ellos, entonces yo tengo que poner otro 100%. Sí. Entonces yo creo que es algo muy motivador para mí. Sí.
Well, for me, it's legacy. This is second generation logo in my family. We've had this logo for many years. The original name would be Heart of Champions. When I took over my gym through the family, I renamed it. I kept the same logo, Young Champions, because I had a bunch of kids. Now we have the Elite Smith and the All Gas No Break logos, and it means a lot to me. When they see our three logos together, it's just another a force to reckon with, and we're just that gym that, like Alvarado said and Kansas said, it's honor. they're not just they're regular people in this gym, but they're not regular normal fighters. These guys put in all the work. These guys are beasts. We've had world champions. We have top of the line athletes. Andy brings in a whole new army of all these champions in here and all these athletes, even little 2-3-year-old little kids. They're holding medicine balls and throwing them up in the air. So this is a great team. The logos together it's just we look like superheroes, right?
And the newest member, el miembro nuevo del equipo, ¿qué significa para ti ser? Es veterano. Ha estado en. ¿Pero qué significa para ser parte de este equipo?
Para mí, la verdad, es un honor cargar esta camiseta y formar parte de este team, de este equipo, porque la verdad que es un equipo bien sólido, bien solidario. Sí. Y la verdad es que es un privilegio para mí estar en este gimnasio, donde dice gimnasio de jóvenes campeones, donde sacan campeones jóvenes. Y pues siempre están relacionados con boxeo profesional, amateur, y siempre están ahí al tanto, pendiente. Aunque uno no sea profesional, yo veo ahí con los muchachos que tal vez están comenzando, pero son bien motivadores, la coach Gloria, el coach Andy, y pues la verdad que eso hace que el equipo vaya creciendo poco a poco.
¿Qué dirías tú, Carlos, que tú con tu veteranía, qué sientes tú que vas a aportar o aportas al equipo?
Bueno, la verdad es que aportar no sé cómo, pero la verdad que el equipo sí aportar de gran manera hacia mí, porque yo le decía a la coach Gloria de que yo nunca había tenido un campamento como este, yo sí he estado en otros campamentos, pero nunca había tenido la experiencia de estar en un equipo tan sólido como este, tan solidario, y la verdad que eso mentalmente a uno lo ayuda, y también el trabajo que se hace es único.
And we're continuing the question. What's the message you want to send to these guys? Anybody that joins this team, what is the thing that you want them to I guess carry with them as they represent, All Gas No Breaks, Young Champions Boxing?
Well, really speaking towards Young Champions Boxing logo, what I see with it is just more, it's an embodiment of a vision. It's a vision that, especially with Coach Gloria, it's like, obviously we all know her history and her story, that she had to really battle against this whole adversity just because of a certain image being portrayed. So with Young Champions Boxing, this logo really just embodies this image that even through adversity, anything can be possible. And you obviously can really see Gloria's resume to this day, not just to the past, but what she's accomplishing, like from last month, from the unification with Yocasta right there. So with this logo, there carries a responsibility for the new generations that come into Young Champions Boxing, that they have to hold this responsibility very highly, that they are entering a team that has a lot of respect and a lot of, like, not so much weight, but they need to understand that when they enter the team, there's a lot of weight to it, in a sense where, like, a lot of things can be accomplished as long as they work hard within the team. So that's my whole aspect with that logo.
I think that's a great message. That's something that you make it clear. This is what we are. This is of course, any team started where you guys started, right? Teams from Oxnard, teams from Philadelphia, the ones that are known. How far do you guys want to take, the team?
As nationally or worldwide, I mean, we're at the top. We're already at the top. I don't see we're behind anybody. I'm sorry. We're already at the top. We're fighting all over the world. We're winning world titles. My guys, just the way they work with Andy and Mark and myself, like, you got guys that fought for 6-7 world titles, and they come in here like, wow, this is I've never experienced this before. Whether we're fighting a 4-rounder or a 12-rounder, we train like we're going to fight for a world title every camp. There's no slacking off. His computers and his numbers don't lie. We know where they left off at, and when they come back in camp, they start right there. So we're at the top.
And you have a big fight coming up. Allen, November 12th, homecoming. Obviously, you left your hometown to come to LA to make a name for yourself, but it's early on. You're able to bring some fights back to your hometown. What does that mean to you personally?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty dope because, like, when I first left Kansas, you know what I mean, I was like I need to get out of here, you know, it wasn't good for me, da-da-da-da. And then, like, it's crazy because once I got over here, a couple months in, I started realizing how much support I really had over there. You know, I just always had a blind eye to it, but that's just because I wasn't being I wasn't 100% into the boxing. You know, I was like I said before in interviews, like I was always screwing off, and I was always doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. You know what I mean? And I could have easily like taken a different life, like taken a different route in life. But you know, I'm glad I came over here because now look where I'm at. You know, I could have been, you know, 6 feet under or in jail, or in trouble somewhere else in life. But it feels good because every time, you know, that I go back home, it's always love, and it's always people, you know, just showing support. So whenever I went back and I fought, with the amount of people that we seen pull through, it was crazy, man. Like it was, I don't know, it was just crazy because I went out there, you know, I didn't even go out there. Like I stayed closed in the whole time. But whenever I looked, I just seen how many people were there, and it was still like 3 fights until mine. I was like, you know, people were getting there and they were upgrading their general admission to VIP, and like it was just a bunch of people, man. And once I heard, once they announced my name and everybody started cheering, like you could feel the floor vibrate. It was pretty crazy.
It was amazing.
And so I adapted a lot of the energy from the crowd too, and I just went out there smiling like I always do. I went out there, I was excited, and then I just got in the ring and did what I did. You know what I mean?
And it lasted 12 seconds. I was just so.
But nah, man, it was definitely cool. So I'm excited to go back and do it again, and this time with a little twist of what we like to do in Kansas. You know what I mean? After the fight, we're gonna have a dance. You know, it's everybody enjoys a good dance, so it's definitely gonna be something cool. It's gonna be a first time for sure, but it'll be cool.
Of course, Coach, you've seen him, you know, pretty much, you know, go into his late teens. You know, you've seen him become a man, and you've seen him go through a lot of things that, you know, a lot of people, you know. What can you say about Alan? You know, this last 2 years, year and a half.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm going to hand him over my bill to the salon. All the gray hair he gave me, I had to keep going to the salon. No, well, me and Andy had a plan with him. When Andy and I partnered up, we spoke about, you know, Kid Kansas, and just the plan we had, you know. And I always told him, he kept with the idea of, give me a show in Kansas, give me a show, take me back to Kansas. I want to fight in Kansas, just give me. And we promised him, you know, just keep doing good, just keep doing great, and we'll do it. You know, I let it pass, and then it just came, it landed in my hands, and we said yes, and we got together, we put the show together, and I'll tell you right now, it was an amazing show. I mean, I felt like Michael Jackson walked in the building, or Terrence Crawford. You know, it was like it was amazing. It was a great show. I think we had 8 fights. 8 fights on the show, and this time around, we got some, you know, well-known names on the card. So it'll be announced soon, and we're taking Marv Nation out there as a co-promoter, and we're gonna be doing bigger things out there.
An amazing show that just happened not so long ago was you guys in Costa Rica. You coming, you know, home a champion. Jose having a fight that we will talk about in a little bit.
Yes.
But tell me about that experience and what it meant for the team, you know, them seeing, you know, just how big that event was, you know, how Yoka, you know, fills up these arenas.
Well, we did a full camp. Andy and I were 8 weeks. 8 weeks. And we started seeing like a lot of cameras coming through, and the interest in the girl. And I already knew that she had the support from her whole country, you know, being the athlete that she is. When the zone gave their TV, it was a Thursday. It was in the midst of like a hurricane, and a lightning bolt blew up this transmitter outside. It was on fire, and it was just, we're thinking like nobody's gonna show up. I'm telling you, that thing was sold out. It was sold out. It was an amazing event. Of course, we put on an amazing show as well. He put on a great show as well. I met this kid there, you know, so it was a great show, and I mean, we got to do stuff that country has never done before. So, yeah, it was great.
Entonces allá se lo robaron, ¿verdad?
José?
Que,
Yeah.
yeah.
Que se le robaron la pelea.
Allá te encontraron en Costa Rica y te trajeron para acá.
No, yo la pelea de José vi. Estamos hablando de la pelea de
Sí,
José.
de José.
No, yo la vi por las redes sociales y él le robaron. Le robaron, sí. Ampliamente le robaron.
Vamos a hablar un poquito de esa pelea. José, primeramente, mucha emoción que pasó en esta pelea. Cosas, se vio mucha controversia. Tú, primeramente, ¿cómo te sientes después de esa pelea?
La verdad que pues yo me siento bien. Yo no soy un peleador que jamás pone una excusa, hey, por esto. No, el trabajo de los jueces es una cosa, mi trabajo es pelear. Entonces, si mi trabajo no les da, ni modo. Entonces hay que seguir, cambio de página y lo que sigue, hay que seguir trabajando. Esto es boxeo. El boxeo es así. ¿Cuántos campeones no han perdido? ¿Cuántos campeones no han un descalabro que jamás pensaban que no iban a caer y cayeron? Entonces no pasa nada. Esto es una lección, yo creo que nos deja bastante en parte como equipo. Y de nuestra parte como equipo, la verdad, no hubo que podíamos hacer más, porque hicimos un campamento. Yo creo que ha sido el mejor campamento. Todos son buenos, pero yo creo que este fue el mejor que hemos hecho de todos. Sabíamos por el compromiso que teníamos ahí en Costa Rica, por la televisión, la pelea de Yoka, de título, la gente era nueva, un país nuevo. Entonces teníamos no todo en contra, sino teníamos mucho que dar ese día. Sí. Entonces, y así fue, la verdad, yo me quedé contento y con la gente más que nada que supo realmente lo que pasó esa noche. Así que para mí vale más el qué dice la gente, porque al final ellos son los que pagan el boleto y los que al final después estamos por ellos, ¿no? Sí. Y yo contento, la verdad, de esa experiencia, muy contento.
Coach, misma pregunta. Mucha responsabilidad cae en sus brazos, ¿verdad? Usted entrena duro, hace todo lo que tiene que hacer para que uno saque esa victoria. ¿Cómo fue todo ese proceso para usted? How was the whole process for you, just taking in all that in?
Well, for me, I got a little emotional because, first of all, this kid trusts me, not only with he trusted me and Andy, not only with his career, but his life in the ring. The camp was great, like he said. He just said we did a great camp because we had a big compromiso, was a big
commitment.
A commitment to looking great, to putting on the fight that we were expected to give on TV. We didn't know we were going to be on TV until we got there. You're going to be on TV. We're like, wow, it's okay, So we prepared ourselves, and he said, he felt comfortable. He did what he had to do. One thing is to fight the person in the ring. The other is to fight the judges. You can't beat them both. It's one or the other in that case. We were in a whole different country. We opened television with the first fight. It was emotional for me because I had Marco Antonio Barrera. I turned around, he's right there in my face with his jacket on. I looked at him like, wow. So him and I were both giving him instructions, So after that, I'm not going to say a loss. After that had happened, I was very emotional because I said, wow, I let this kid down. I felt like I let him down. And I had to put myself together because I had a world title, very prone world title fight behind them. And he stopped me and he said, give me a minute. He went to in the back of the dressing room, came out, and says, I'm ready to go, let's go. He grabbed the belt, put it up high, worked the corner with me in a world title fight with a smile on his face. Yeah. So that showed me a lot of his character, who he is. Yeah. He's a great human being.
Yeah, when I saw cuando yo vi la pelea, me gusta también, judge, me gusta juzgar round around y me gusta ser imparcial. Y cuando vi esa pelea dije, okay, le damos el primer round al otro, okay, está bien, no pasa nada. Luego que pasa el punto, dije, okay, los puntos. Pero después de ahí yo miré uno que sabe la condición, que sabe cómo trabajan, dije, okay, de aquí se va a llevar todos los otros rounds. En mi mente yo pensé eso. Y fue cuando dije, okay, ya está, pum, ya está ganando todos estos rounds. Y fue cuando miramos que 6, dije, ¿qué está pasando? Pero yo, de mi parte, si yo te miro perder, yo te digo. Yo le digo claro, pero yo te miré ganar también. Y estoy seguro que muchos de aquí, no solo porque son tu equipo o tus amigos, pero ellos te dirían lo mismo. Yo te miré ganar esa pelea. Entonces yo siempre digo, no dejes que porque te ponen una L, que digamos en tu récord, no dejes que esa, no te la creas, porque esa la verdad es para ti, una victoria que es tuya. Entonces me gusta que tengas esa mentalidad que dices, hey, you know what, pasó, es una experiencia, pero yo voy a seguir adelante. Porque han habido muchos campeones que han perdido, pero siguen adelante y llegan a ser campeones por tener esa mentalidad de no darse por vencido. So, te aplaudo por eso, José, y sigue adelante, papá. Okay?
No, muchísimas gracias.
Coach Andy, I got to ask you, as a trainer's conditioning, what were you thinking when that fight was going through? You know, what were your thoughts watching that fight?
The Costa Rican fight
for
with
Jose.
Jose. I mean, Jose absolutely did amazing, and he did enough to take that fight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, circumstances happened, as anyone who watched that fight, and it's something that it's out of everyone's control. It's like, I know Gloria was there, and she wanted, I know desperately, so like, nope, it's like, this isn't going right. It's like, something needs to change. And I know Jose was doing everything in his power to also change anything that could be in his control, but there's circumstances that are out of his control. And Jose did a great job. His performance is awesome, and he did everything right that was in his control. And unfortunately, the things that were out of his control were just the circumstances that were out of his control by the end of the time. But he did an awesome job. I'm very proud of him. And he represented very well, too, because despite everything that did occur in that ring, he held himself high, he held himself proud. And that's the most important thing. You just go out there, you perform at your best, you showcase your best, and that's it. Everyone will see. Doesn't matter what the ref or the judge says. Everyone will see by the end of the day. Yeah. That's what happened.
To a lot of other stuff that happened that occurred. One, we had 17 minutes to wrap up, get ready, and walk out on TV. The storm there, they got there late. We got to the venue. They picked us up about an hour and 52 minutes late. So that's not an excuse, but it's just certain things that when you're on TV, your first fight, you're in another country, you're at a world title fight, emotions go high. We get in the ring. I tell them, you haven't fought in over a year. You haven't fought, so you only fought one round. So you need to take round by round. Take your time. No te aceleres. Toma tu tiempo. Fue las instrucciones de mi Barrera, el super gran campeón, Marco Antonio Barrera. Then, by the third round, I said, pick it up. We told him, pick it up. We got a point taken away from us because we were a little too aggressive. So we got 2 more warnings after that. So I told him, take your time. Don't rush into anything. This referee's going to take another point from you. And those were a lot of the instructions, too, that we knew it was already against us. The guy spitting his mouthpiece off. We never got warning. Never got warnings. So we already had knew that something like that was happening. Yeah. He's the one that told me. He's like, don't worry about it. Like, no pasa nada. We already felt it, Yeah. So.
I got to ask Kid, what did you think of that? What were you thinking?
I was thinking I was sick with hit, but no, I'm just playing. I was like, that was what threw me off. No, I thought he fought good, too. And like they're saying, it was out of his reach was the change of rounds, which was crazy to me. I never seen that be done on TV, you know what I mean?
That's another thing. They took 2 rounds from us when it was an 8-rounder.
Yeah, and so, and I don't know. I don't want to say there's a lot of favoritism, but I'll say how it is. There is favoritism, obviously, you know what I mean? And I thought Jose did enough. He was obviously outboxing the guy. If you look at both their faces at the end of the fight, that tells you a lot. But I thought he fought good, and when they did him like that, I was just sitting there, I was like, what? I was like, I felt for him for sure. But whenever I seen him walk out with Yoka and Coach, I was like, oh, he's good. He was smiling, he was doing not what he had to do, but he was doing right, by Coach and his teammate, because it wasn't just his night. It was also Yoka's night. You know what I mean? And so I seen he did right, and I was like, that's what's up. So I I was happy for him at the same time, but I felt for him because in my opinion, that was just something that, it was something very unfortunate, but I mean, what can you do at the end of the day? You know, but no, I thought he fought amazing, and I know he was gonna put the gas on the last 2 rounds, but for whatever reason, it went from an 8-rounder to a 6-rounder. But it's all right because
That was a big factor. That when we came out in the 5th, we went to the 5th. You know, we gave them instruction. They came to us, and so Robert from Golden Boy says, "Lord, Coach, it's a 6-rounder." I said, "No, it's 8." We said, "No, it's a 6-rounder." No, it's 8, and they changed it to 6 rounds. So right when we were about to, you know, just go ahead and knock him out because he was going, we were going to stop him, and they took 2 rounds from us. So that was kind of grimy as well. So
when that guy came in, I want to say that guy came in way overweight. He came in at my weight, so I might just have to run it with him, but not in Costa Rica, obviously. But I'll run it with him. If he get a visa, he can come to the States. I'll fight him. But yeah.
José, ¿qué hubiera pasado si te dan esos 2 rounds? Que esa pelea estaba pactada. ¿Qué hubiera pasado?
No me lo preguntes a mí, pregúntale al muchacho. El muchacho estaba reventado total, la verdad que ya el muchacho no quería. Nuestro trabajo en la esquina era ir mermando, porque yo soy un peleador que te merma poco a poco. Entonces, en el momento que a mí me dijera la instrucción, coach, hey, ¿sabes qué? Ya. Entonces ahí yo iba a empezar a soltar la potencia, la explosividad. Y no nos soltábamos porque íbamos. Entonces, poco a poco, porque eran 8 rounds, era mi primer pelea, 8 rounds. Y el referee nos pregunta en plena pelea, fue lo único que a mí sí, a los dos nos pregunta, ¿a cuántos rounds pelean?
Eso no se pregunta.
Y ¿por qué nos preguntas a nosotros? Sí. Y yo en mi mente, entonces le respondí, le dije, hey, a 8, y el muchacho hizo la cara, no, 6. Sí. Y ya yo seguí peleando. Eso fue en el quinto round fue que nos dijo. Entonces, de ahí, en los minutos de descanso, el referee siempre iba con la mesa y se quedaba platicando con ellos, porque como que traían ese, sí, 6 o 8, y nosotros ya sabíamos que era 8 rounds. Sí. Pero yo pienso que del 7 al 8, si no terminaba la pelea en el 7, él ya no salía al 8.
¿Ya lo sentías cansado a él o tocado?
Sí, él ya, pues las piernas no le respondían ya. Él ya no caminaba muy bien, entonces yo ya lo miraba, le miraba sus ojos, le miraba su cara estaba hinchada.
Su nariz quedaba.
Sí, entonces ya el muchacho estaba recibiendo mucho castigo. Entonces ya al momento de salir yo al 7 ya iba a ser otra pelea total. Entonces ya es como las peleas de 12 rounds, que después del 6 empieza otra pelea. Sí. Entonces es lo mismo, ahí ya iba a empezar otra pelea que iba a ser totalmente mi pelea ya. Sí. Pero pues ni modo, es como te digo, pasan estas cosas y hay que tomar lo bueno de cada pelea.
Y claro que pasa en el boxeo, cuando estas cosas pasan, siempre le preguntan al peleador, ¿te gustaría un día sacarte esa espina, si es una espina? ¿Te gustaría otra vez regresar a pelear con él, como dijo Kansas? Tal vez no allá, pero acá.
La cosa es subir, no bajarnos.
Fíjese que me hicieron mucho la pregunta, pero yo lo único que les puedo responder a todos es, yo no tengo ninguna espina ni nada, yo hice mi pelea, hice todo bien. Yo creo que la gente está conforme, entonces para mí no es sacarme ninguna espina. Yo siento que hice lo que tuve que haber hecho y no hay más. Ya hay que brincar lo que venga, y ahí sí entonces lo que viene, no hay que dejar dudas absolutamente nada. Pero espina no tengo.
Eso es todo. Y
experiencia
claro,
tomando.
Coach G dijo cambiaste porque tuviste que estar en la esquina para apoyar a tu compañera, a Yoka. Para ustedes, ¿qué significó verla a ella levantar esos títulos, significar? Para el que quiera responder, ¿qué significó para ustedes en lo personal ver a ella levantar esos títulos y a ver a su coach Gloria también unirse a ese momento?
A ver, pues yo cuando pasó mi pelea, yo le hice total, así, cambio de cara y vamos por lo que sigue, porque nosotros íbamos, aparte de mi pelea, íbamos por los títulos. Entonces, era como una meta de coach, de todo el equipo. Entonces, yo no podía ser egoísta conmigo ni con el equipo. Entonces, hay que apoyar, y es una meta de todos juntos. Entonces, vamos Yoka. Entonces yo salí con el cinto porque yo me imaginaba que era yo con el cinto. Entonces,
Los brazos
Porque
bien
estás niño,
cansados.
mejor.
sí, yo no sabía que el cinto pesaba como 10 kilos. Yo duré como, ¿qué será? Como unos, no, como 20 minutos con el cinto así. Yo al último ya estaba así con el cinto.
Ya ni entreno así tan duro.
Sí, no, pero la verdad es una meta cumplida total. Una experiencia muy bonita, Costa Rica. Es, la verdad, un país muy hermoso, una gente muy, la verdad, muy buena gente. Y título mundial, coach está cumpliendo sus metas, que es lo importante total, ¿no? De todo el equipo es lo importante, que se estén cumpliendo las metas, no importa las pequeñas cosas que se pongan difíciles, no importan, o sea, como equipo es lo importante crecer. Yo creo que eso es, para mí eso es.
What does it mean? What did it mean seeing Coach Gloria and Yoka lift those belts?
It was pretty dope. I was like, obviously as my teammates in there, you know, I'm worried. I'm like, you know, it's you know, you don't want to see your teammate and getting hit and whatnot, but it's boxing, you know what I mean? So it was, after she came out the first 4 rounds, I'm like, oh man, I hope she don't tire out, but nah, she didn't. She kept throwing and she started throwing more, and I'm like, oh yeah, she done whooped this girl. And yeah, once it was official and they held up the titles and stuff, like I could see the joy in their faces, and you could see Jose, he looked like, you know, in the back and whatnot. And so it was, yeah, it was exciting, and I definitely felt the emotion they were feeling because I got to see firsthand as well, you know, how hard they worked in camp, all the hours, all the training sessions, you know, with strength and conditioning and boxing and the mountain runs and whatnot, you know what I mean? Like, I get to, and a lot of people don't get to see all that stuff, so I felt not just happy for Yoka, but for, you know, my coaches as well, because it's not just her win, it's their win as well. And so, you know, I was pretty content, and I'm pretty excited for them. And then, you know, here soon, once Yoka announced her next date, they gotta go and do it all over again and connect another title, you know.
Do you ever look at that and be like, man, I'm next. It's gonna be me one day.
Oh yeah, for sure. I already have my eyes lined up on some of the smaller titles, you know, that I want to go after, starting next year. So, but you know, it's just all with the right timing, and my manager, she obviously takes care of all that. So, but now we definitely stepping on the gas and shifting gears this upcoming year.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Coach, I got to ask you the same thing. You know, of course, we've known that you've been in the sport, you know, 15 plus years. You've been the understudy, but you've always been, you know, doing the hard labor as well. How does it feel for you to finally say, this one's mine? You know, it's not nobody else in front of you. It's you. It's you getting the recognition.
Well, I'm not trying to correct you, but I just need to, like, if I'm going to tell my story, it's been over 32 years. So I think, I don't want to get emotional.
Go. It's all right.
But
Good.
I didn't do it for me. I did it for my partner here, my boys. I kept walking up to Andy and he says, Andy, we got to win this world title for you guys. I'm going to win it for you guys. We're going to take this. Right, Andy? Everything, I've never had a man believe in me so much like Andy and Mark. And like I said, I do it for my family and everything, you know, the legacy, and I already know what I'm made of, what cloth I was made from. But it was more important to me to see my boys, my partners, my boys have hope and trust in me to say, we came to the right team. That's what it was about.
Andy. And Andy, I've always called you the local rock, man. You're one of the good ones. One of the, you know, I mean, tell me what that moment meant to you, seeing her lifted. You know, you work this hard and you know it's gonna come, but when it finally comes, like, what is that feeling like?
Honestly, it's like I really want to like thank and appreciate Gloria because of her, I've completed a camp and have successfully, with her, created a unified champion. That's the first. So because of her, that's within my resume. So that's because of her. With that being said, as I saw the fight progress with Yokasta, and I was seeing just beautiful boxing, crisp counters, sharp shots, and her conditioning was just unparalleled. It's like she's gonna win this fight. I never took a moment to like appreciate it for myself. All I could think about was just how proud I was with Gloria, because she came very, very far. She did. She's, like I said, with the logo, a lot of adversity, a lot of obstacles. And I know a lot of people that made comments and just didn't believe in her. I believed in her. I believed in her. I believed in Roxy. I believed in Alon when she told me first about Alon. And of course, I believe in everyone now. Everyone. I've never had a doubt in my mind. But as Yokasta's hand was being raised, I didn't recognize, like, oh, it's like, and I know Gloria's gonna be like, no, it's like, I didn't recognize we did it. I just was so happy. It's like, Gloria did it. It's like, she did it on TV. Right, yes, but that was just my whole mentality and how kind of my soul and heart resonated to that. It's like, Gloria did it. She just blew it out of the water, made it on national, like international television, just like, she did it, and I was just super, super happy. That was how I felt, genuinely.
Thank you. So, guys, Coach, we know that when you're doing, when you're putting in so much work, you're putting so much passion, things are gonna gravitate to you. We heard about how Alan came to the team. He reached out to you. The same thing with Jose. You found him in Tijuana. You're like, I like this kid. He's a good fighter, but he's a good person. Like, do you ever think about, like, man, who's obviously Carlos is now on the team. Do you ever think, like, oh, who's next? Who's the next person that's going to join this squad, this team? What's inside you that tells you we're going to do this, we're not going to stop?
I think it's for me, it's unity. If we all go to the gym together, we're all going to work hard together. There's certain days that a certain fighter, like, they give me that kind of like, I want to throw my arms down. I don't want to keep punching. And it just takes one look. I pick up the mitts and I say, let's go. They'll let somebody else, they won't let me down. Mm-hmm. So I think me being in front of them, it motivates them. There's days that I can't work with every fighter because, it takes a lot of toll on your body, and this has been over 30 years. So sometimes I can't get to the next person to mitt, and they're looking at me like, what about me? And I was like, you're going to work with so-and-so? Like, okay, they'll do it. But I see them slacking off, and when I pick up the mitts when they're tired, and they think they're done, I'm right in front of their face, let's go. And they give me 100. So, I think I left the track with the question. I'm not sure.
I think you're good, Coach. Una pregunta para Carlos. Carlitos. Sabemos que has tenido muchas peleas. Estoy seguro que hay mucha gente que tal vez te ha descontado. Tú llegaste a pelear por los títulos varias veces. Para ti, ¿qué significaría, otra vez tener una oportunidad y esta vez a la mano de una Gloria Alvarado, que van a llegar las críticas, pero para ti, ¿qué significa, otra vez, tener otra motivación para otra vez pelear por un título?
Bueno, la verdad es que nosotros hemos peleado en 7 ocasiones el título del mundo. He peleado el título mundial de la FIB, de la AMB, de la OMB. El único título que me falta pelear es el de la WBC. Y pues yo le decía a la coach aquí, Gloria, de que en todas mis peleas de título del mundo siempre he ido así como decimos nosotros a medio palo de entrenamiento. Pero nunca había tenido para una preparación, para una pelea titular, una preparación como esta que estoy teniendo. Uh-huh. Y pues la verdad es que creo que este es un gran aporte a mi carrera. Pienso de que si logramos obtener el chance de pelear el título del mundo, que estamos confiando en Dios primeramente que sí lo vamos a lograr el próximo año que viene, y con esta preparación, como estamos ahorita trabajando, pienso que sí, no habría duda de conquistarlo.
Eso es todo. Y con este nuevo equipo.
Enséñale el cañillo, enséñale el cañillo. Look at that, do it.
Y al estar con este nuevo equipo, descríbeme cómo son estos dos contigo.
Oh, Dios.
No, la verdad es que es un equipo bien jovial.
Ajá.
Siempre tan contentos,
Sí.
comenzando por Alan. Alan ni siquiera ni enfermo lo detiene, ni una enfermedad, una gripe, una calentura, no lo detiene de ser así tan... Siempre anda emocionado él, alegre.
Sí.
Igual a José aquí,
Sí.
pareciera que tiene así cara de malo, sí, pero él
Parece de lobo.
es tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Y pues la verdad que es un equipo que hace sentirse bien uno.
Sí.
Se siente como en casa y pues la verdad que eso lo motiva aún más a seguir adelante.
Sí, sí. Y claro que se identifican con cada uno porque pues son boxeadores, hacen el mismo trabajo.
Así es, sabemos que los tres tenemos el mismo objetivo. Entonces, eso te inspira.
¿Tú qué le dices a ellos cuando, no sé, qué se dicen entre ustedes que tal vez uno no sabe?
La verdad que recordar que soy nuevo en el campamento, ellos se bromean y todo, se dan broma pesada y todo, pero poco a poco vamos a ir.
Deme
entrando
6
ahí.
meses.
¿Cómo?
Dame un poquito de tiempo para...
Un poco de tiempo,
Para dar confianza.
Ahí la lleva ya.
Perfecto. ¿Y es verdad que entrenaste una vez, has entrenado con Alexis Arguello?
Alexis Argüello él era muy amigo de mi papá. Cuando yo llegué al gimnasio apenas tenía 9 años y Alexis era el director de un complejo deportivo llamado Roger de Chon. Él era el director del gimnasio y cuando yo llegué, mi papá me lo presentó y ya me pusieron a hacer sombra en un espejo, pero como yo ya llevaba iniciativas boxísticas enseñadas por mi papá, Alexis Argüello dice, pongámosle mente a él porque va a ser campeón mundial. Y de ahí fue donde comenzó ya mi trayectoria boxística. Ese proyecto que Alexis estaba a cargo montaba eventos de boxeo cada 15 días. Y cada 15 días yo peleaba y realicé al final 170 peleas amateur. Recuerdo una vez de que no me encontraron peleador y yo me acuerdo que un coso de hacer ejercicio ahí me puse a llorar y Alexis se me arriba y me dice, pero ¿por qué llorar? Y llamó al encargado del evento y dice, a como sea me le consigue un peleador a él. Y de ahí en adelante nunca más me quedé sin pelear en los eventos que ellos montaban. Hasta que llegué a 16 años y él dice, ya es tiempo de que vayamos a profesional porque no quiero esperar más tiempo. Y pues me di el gusto de que él me viera debutar profesional. Y pues para mí es un sueño que todavía no despierto con la noticia que en una mañana desperté y que él estaba sin vida. Y pues no me pudo ver ya los frutos que coseché luego, porque cuando él murió en julio y yo en diciembre peleé mi primera vez por título mundial juvenil, que gané, y pues ya él no pudo ver ese triunfo, pero la verdad es que todavía aquí estamos en el camino, seguimos luchando, porque mientras hay vida hay esperanza y pienso de que estoy en mi mejor momento ahora. Quizás mucho, como dices tú, me han como descontado, pero la verdad es que yo me siento en mi mejor momento, me siento fuerte, otra mentalidad, no es la misma mentalidad que cuando tenía 17, 18 años. Ahora pienso en el futuro de mis hijos y pienso de que si nos dan la oportunidad de título del mundo, Dios primero, no la vamos a desaprovechar y ir bien trabajado, pienso que lo podemos lograr.
Yo siempre le hago esta pregunta a Coach Gloria porque hemos hablado yo y ella dice que ella no toma un peleador si no ve algo en ellos. So, le voy a dar la pregunta a Coach Gloria. Gloria, ¿qué ves en Carlos? ¿Qué fue lo que te dijo? ¿Sabes que quiero trabajar con este muchacho, este muchachón?
Pues creo que fue en Costa Rica que lo conocí, peleó 2 veces, ¿verdad? ¿Es cierto? 2 veces ya. Y yo miré su pelea y noqueó rápido y me quedé, wow, este muchacho es fuerte. Y estábamos en el camerino y estaba manopeando a mi peleador. Y se me quedaba viendo, sonriendo, así nomás. Dije, pues, ¿qué trae este muchacho? ¿Verdad? Y ya el segunda vez que lo miré en otra pelea, me dijo algo, empezamos a hablar y me preguntó que de dónde era yo y yo le dije Los Ángeles. Y de ahí acá, no me acuerdo qué fue que pasó, le dije, pues yo le invito un día si vas para allá. Dice, va. Y a los 4 meses después aquí está sentado y comiendo en la misma mesa de nosotros. Fue igualito que con José. Fue igualito que Alan también. Yeah. Sí, todos me conocieron en unas peleas. Dice, algún día voy allá con usted. Y ya.
Le voy a hacer la pregunta también a todos. I'm going to ask everybody the question. Para ustedes, ¿qué significa una Coach Gloria? You know, es su coach, pero la verdad que es, you know, like, how can I word this? What does she mean to you? ¿Qué significa para ustedes ella? You know, que esté dando todo de ella. Uno dice, pues, hey, you know, fue una stranger, fue una extraña once upon a time, pero ahora, ¿qué significa para ustedes?
Para mí, de la verdad, es que yo veo que lo que ella haga para nosotros, que nosotros sí somos su vida. Like, you know, we're your life. Like, she don't have a life outside of this gym. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, of course, don't get me wrong. She has her grandkids and stuff, but
she pours it all.
Yeah, but I'll be blunt about it. She don't do nothing. She don't, you know what I mean? She don't go out. She don't go see her friends. And if she does, it's like maybe once a year, or half, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like she won't. She don't do nothing outside this boxing. She told herself she was gonna take a break after my fight in November. And what's going on now? We got another 2 fights lined up after November. So you know, it for me, it's like, you know, she took me in, and she played not just coach, but she also played life coach, and you know, she was mentoring me, you know, still through here and there in life. She was there for me for a lot of my my life events to go on. You know what I mean? Like most gyms, they just got coach and boxer relationships. But like us, you know, we treat each other like a family. Like, we get along. Like, I smell these guys' farts in the room. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, we're all a family. I don't know. I personally, I just see it, like, I think about it all the time. But, like, you know, she puts her 110% into our trainings. You know what I mean? And, like, she's the one. She's out there looking for sparring. Like you really don't see her doing nothing else other than boxing. She doesn't. She don't do nothing else outside of this boxing. And I'm sure I can speak for the guys whenever I say, you know, we do appreciate it, and we see it, we notice it, you know. And me personally, I appreciate you. You've been putting up with me for like 2.5 years already, almost 3. And you know, it's just it's really all something I could say it's gonna pay off in the end. And well, there's not gonna be no win, but you know, it's gonna pay off, and from there we're just gonna keep going up. Cause like I said, like, I cannot stress it enough. She doesn't do anything else. On Sundays, maybe she'll go see her granddaughter and her daughter, but other than that, you know what I mean. It's just, yeah, it's strictly boxing. You know what I mean. But yeah.
José, la misma pregunta.
¿Qué significa para mí?
Alguien que como en un principio fue como pues alguien que no conocías a lo que soy.
Pues yo creo que desde que yo la conocí y ella me conoció, fue algo como, es una historia como es no creíble, no creíble, porque mucha gente va a decir, no, que no puede pasar, pero desde que estoy yo con ella, son 3 palabras que he aprendido con ella. que las he sabido antes, pero no las he aplicado en todos los sentidos. Con ella, la verdad que es lealtad, disciplina y paciencia. La lealtad hacia ella es el 120% hacia ella, porque ella se levanta contigo, ella te hace desayunar, ella me hace mi café en la mañana, me toca la puerta, hey, mijo, ya está tu café. Hey, vámonos al gimnasio, hay que trabajar duro, tienes que ver por tu familia, tienes que trabajar más duro porque de aquí depende tu futuro. Entonces vas agarrándole un cariño demasiado especial por todo lo que hace ella por ti, que no han hecho por ti antes. Es como cuando no han hecho por ti absolutamente casi nada antes y ahora te lo demuestra otra persona. No lo crees al principio, tú dices, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Es verdad o es mentira? No creía. Entonces, cuando empiezo a ver tanto cariño de su parte, de todo el equipo, tengo que tener lealtad. Lealtad. De aquí en adelante es lealtad hacia ella y hacia nadie más. Y la paciencia, yo creo que es una cosa que ella también, todos los días, mijo, tranquilo, todo va a estar bien, todo va a salir bien. En sparrings, mijo, tranquilo, tranquilidad, hey. Entonces, hemos sabido esperar. La disciplina es lo que más se basa en. Este equipo es la disciplina, porque no puedes bajar un poquito porque ya se te dice algo, o entonces tú tienes que saber realmente a lo que te estás enfrentando al momento que llegas a un campamento aquí. Y la verdad es una persona demasiado importante para mí. Yo creo que nos dimos cuenta en Costa Rica esta vez que nos dimos cuenta cómo sufrimos el uno y el otro, pero al final de cuentas nos dimos cuenta que aumentó el cariño entre todo el equipo y todos nosotros. Y la verdad es una persona muy importante, muy importante.
Y Carlos, hace que es poco tiempo que tienen conociéndose, pero unas palabras que quieres decirle por ella tomarte y sabes que creen en ti.
Bueno, para comenzar, ella ya le dijo cómo nos conocimos. Entonces, eso significa que cuando yo vine aquí ya a su casa, yo ya me sentía como con confianza con ella, porque ya la había visto antes en 2 ocasiones. Y pues, primeramente, agradecido con Dios, agradecido con Marvin de Mar Nation, porque me da la oportunidad de trabajar con ella de cerca y que ella se haya hecho cargo de mi preparación en estos momentos. Y pues para mí ella es una persona muy especial, una mujer pencona, como diríamos en Nicaragua nosotros, porque es una mujer que sí lucha con cojones, como dicen, de levantarse desde la mañanita hasta las 9, 10 de la noche en pies, haciendo lo que le gusta, entrenando, levantando nuevos valores en el boxeo. Y pues la verdad es que se levanta con nosotros, nos hace desayuno, luego vamos para el gimnasio, estamos aquí en el gimnasio, luego vuelve, nos hace almuerzo, vamos en el carro, vamos platicando, yo contándole mi historia. Al final uno, por ejemplo, yo vengo viéndola como mi mamá ya, porque la veo más a ella y hablo más con ella que con mi mamá en este momento. Y pues la verdad es que yo me siento bien acoplado, bien acogido aquí, porque ellos me tratan bien, sinceramente.
No te hacen bullying estos, ¿verdad?
No, todo tranquilo.
Eso es todo. Ya me dijo la producción que ya se nos acabó la pila hace 10 minutos, pero último mensaje, coach, unos announcements que quiere dar. The fight, just remind like the fight, Alan's fight,
So
and anything
November 12th, we take Kid Kansas back to Kansas, and we'll see everyone there. I know you guys are going to join us this time. Missed a hell of a fight last time, but we have a couple of guys fighting out of another promotion. Marv Nation will be the co-promoter. HC will be Entertainment is also a co-promoter, 2 co-promoters, and we have Black Prime. They're also the entertainment promoter. We will be having Evander Holyfield's son, fighting on the card. Brian Norman, 22-0 with 19 knockouts. I believe. We have him fighting on the card. We have Buitrago fighting on the card as well. We got a couple of, 4 other local Kansas boys. Noah Aldana. Go ahead and say the names.
We got Noah Aldana. We got Tomas Partida. Oh my God, brother. And then we got Lariel from, you guys don't know, but he's from Oklahoma. He's fighting as well. And then you got, there's a dude, he's a beast. Thank you, Kansas. He gonna
And
turn
also
the
we have
building up.
a big after party, like a baile after with Grupo Revancha.
Yeah, we're gonna have the grupos Revancha Norteña and SED Norteña. They're gonna be playing. It's
So we're
be
gonna
like
hit
4
big
hours.
out in Kansas.
Yeah, so like I said, it's gonna be some boxing with a little Kansas twist. You know what I mean? So it's definitely gonna be a big turnout. Everyone's gonna love it, and it's gonna be crazy.
You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, you guys don't want to miss it. We're gonna start something big there, and then like I said, I'm stepping on the gas and switching gears coming 2023.
There we go.
So we have a couple of things lined up before the year. So we have Kid Kansas November 12th. So I'm hoping to, and Carlos also as well on the card. I'm hoping to get Jose on the card. We just signed Jose as well as one of our new fighters. So we're talking to some big promotional companies they have a lot of interest in him because of the last fight. Also, we'll be fighting, I believe Joe Costa will be fighting for another world title very soon, the WBC. We'll be pro debuting. I know everybody's going to go crazy for this one. Roxy, we'll be pro debuting her soon, very soon within these next months. We have something in the works as well, and then that's it. That's pretty much. I'm sorry. We have Nathan and Morenito fighting on the Chon Cepeda card as well on November 26th. So after Kansas, we're gonna go straight to LA, and we're gonna
Straight to work.
We're finishing up the camp in Kansas with a couple.
Yeah,
of guys.
they're going to Kansas to the fight. Like
Taking the Martin Nation from it.
Then maybe
Yeah.
I'll take a week break.
maybe.
Maybe. Hey, there we go, man.
Then I'll probably be back in camp for December. It's a possibility.
Yes,
We don't know
December.
yet, but
Yeah.
it's a possibility.
We have a
Just-
couple of big promotional company want have their eyes on Kid Kansas and Jose
That's what I do.
and Roxy. So it's gonna be good. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff going on within these next couple months, and hopefully we have the green belt soon.
Hey, there we go.
You're all invited to our new gym. We're here in Boyle Heights. We're in the same address, 333 North Mission Road, Los Angeles, 90033. But we're in another unit, it's a huge gym. It's 10,000 square feet.
1,000 square feet, yeah.
A lot of people are asking why we moved. We didn't move. We just moved over.
Moved over, yeah, it's right next door.
Something bigger. So you're all welcome to come and train. We're up and running, and we got a great amateur program, and we have a lot of pros here. So we forgot to mention also too, we have Chris Reyes, 10-0, 9 knockouts. He's on the board too. He had to take a little break to go at home, but he'll be back. He'll be back very soon. And then we have Morenito Rodriguez, Nathan, and then we have his brother Moreno Rodriguez. I don't know when he's coming back, but we have a stable full of fighters and stuff. And I want to thank Against the Ropes again. You guys been with us our beginning as a team with Kid Kansas and Roxy. Started off with Roxy, and I'm proud of you guys as well that you guys got, if you guys are not subscribing to their channel, go on YouTube, Against the Ropes. They got a lot of good stuff, and they support all the great boxers. And they're not boxing trolls; they're boxing. they're boxing fans, real boxing fans. So we appreciate you guys, and that's why we always open our doors to you guys, because you guys are very professional, and my team is always going to support you.
Yeah, and shout out to our boy Gio that does all the equipment, because I do
Gio.
not know how to put any of that together. That's all him.
Yes.
So thank you, buddy.
The
Yeah, I
man
do.
behind the scenes.
and I also want to say I appreciate you guys, but I do want to give a shout out to all my coaches. Shout out to Coach G, Coach Mark, Coach Andy, my strength and conditioning coaches, and also behind the scenes, you guys don't get to see him a lot, but Coach Sanchez, he is in the gym
Yes,
all the
right.
time, and he's always helping out. Even when he's got his own kids up in here, for example, this morning, he's always willing to work with us and to help with us. So I just want to give a shout out to all my coaches. And
Erica.
yeah, man, and Erica, she does a lot of our recovery. She does all our recovery actually. Big shout out to Erica as well. It's my dog.
Hey, that's it. Alan, you want to sign us off? You look at that camera and just send us off.
What did I say?
You could just say, hey, thank you for joining us on this episode. Say something.
Follow us.
sexy.
I want everybody to follow them
Yeah.
on Instagram and
Sounds sexy.
YouTube. Subscribe. Subscribe.
I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us on this. Not just fine. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that joined us on this podcast. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and drop some questions for the next podcast. And we'll see you guys soon.
Hey, there you go. We out.
Hola amigos, soy Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada. Quiero mandar un saludo para mis amigos de Contra las Cuerdas. Échenle muchas ganas. Un abrazo, muchas bendiciones.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. You know what mine is? Let's box, bitches. It's almost fight night.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you for the support. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. So thank you and best wishes.
Against the Ropes. Huge shout out to Against the Ropes. Against the Ropes.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you guys for the interview and hope to see you guys soon.
Against the Ropes, always doing the right thing.
Shout out to Against the Ropes, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, taking the time out y'all day.
Against the Ropes, #1.
Freddie Roach.
Thank you very much.